Welcome to this Pride of Dakota feature. Vinyl albums are making a comeback. While not many people even own a record player anymore, there are audiophiles out there who can't give up the sweet, rich sound of a vinyl pressing. But what do you do with those albums that are way too scratched to play? In this feature, we'll talk to Pride of Dakota member A New Spin about what to do with those scratched records that are too close to the heart to throw away. A New Spin was officially formed by Tina Mitchell in 2011 in Bismarck, North Dakota. Since 2002, A New Spin has been creating one-of-a-kind recycled album art, including clocks, journals, coasters, cuff bracelets, mail organizers, and much, much more. Joining us in the studio is owner Tina Mitchell. Tina, welcome.
Thank you.
I got to ask, how did you come up with the idea for making artwork out of albums?
Well, it started about 10 years ago, and I saw something with turning records into bowls.
Okay.
So I started doing that, and over the years, I've just researched, I've seen different things and come up with my own ideas, and now I make just tons of different stuff.
Sure. I mean, you have a history of working in the music industry too, right?
I do. I used to work in the music business for 10 years in Dallas, and I did marketing and artist development for new and upcoming artists.
Wow. So, I mean, you understand the sentimental value of these vinyl pressings. So it's really tough for people to throw these away, even when they become really battered and
Absolutely.
I know that I have stuff in my collection that, boy, it would sound, it'd be horrible to listen to because of the pops and scratches, but I just can't seem to put them in the garbage,
There's that nostalgia that people feel with their records,
yeah,
and being able to hold them and look at them. And, the cover artwork is always so interesting. So it is hard to let them go.
Do you ever have people get nervous about seeing a bunch of classic albums? I mean, you're holding a clock in your hand that was made from Janis Joplin's Pearl album, which is an iconic album. I mean, do you ever have people that come up and just go, oh, I can't believe you did this to this classic album?
Absolutely. I have people ask me that all the time. So I always have to tell them the records I use are scratched, warped, or unplayable. I, too, am a huge music fan and record collector, so I don't want to destroy something that I would want to listen to either.
It's done with the utmost respect and love for the product.
Absolutely.
In fact, I think it actually adds to the value of the product, because here's something that would typically get just tucked away and get dusty, and you forget about it when it's sitting in the sleeve in your shelf or in your closet or up in that box in the attic. And now here's something that you can put out for display or actually use. So let's talk a little bit about the variety of products that you offer. What kinds of things do you make besides the clock you're holding in your hand?
Yep, the clocks are a big seller. I still make the bowls, which make great little gift baskets and catch-alls. I make bracelets, cuff bracelets, and I'm wearing a blue one right now that's made from a blue vinyl, which is really cool.
I couldn't believe it.
It's really cool.
It is really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And I make cupcake stands, gold records. I make notebooks, journals from the actual album cover. And I make mail organizers, coasters, earring holders.
I thought that was fantastic, though. You really do use the whole album. I mean, I thought maybe you'd just be using the vinyl piece of the vinyl record, but when you showed me you have a U2 War album that was turned into a notebook cover, fantastic. I mean, that's my high school days right there. And to see that, it's like, well, I don't even know if I'd be too scared to use it, but even just to have it as a keepsake or whatever, that is just fantastic. So it's great to see that you're using the full album, because, a lot of money went into the development of those artworks. That was the staple of that industry.
Exactly. And yeah, I don't like to throw things away, so I'm always trying to find ways to use them. I've actually have my garbage can in my studio is made from 5 album covers that I've stitched together. So I always try to find something to do with them.
Do you have any personal, artist sentimental favorites that are in your collection or that you've worked with personally?
Yes, anything Johnny Cash that's in my collection is a favorite. Led Zeppelin, the Beatles. I'm also a big fan of music from the 50s.
Yep.
So Buddy Holly and things like that are favorites of mine.
And where do you get your albums from?
I do a lot of thrift stores and garage sales, and then I have some connections in town that when they buy, they resell records,
Yep.
but they buy them in lots, and so some of them are scratched.
Perfect.
So I have relationships with a few different people who hook me up from time to time. But I love thrifting, so I try to get out as much as I can and just scour through the boxes.
Tina, if someone wants to learn more or see some of the products or even pick up some of the products, what's the best way to go about doing that?
I have an online store, which is anewspin.etsy.com.
Okay.
So I have all of my products there. If you're in the Bismarck-Mandan area, I have free delivery, so you can contact me through Etsy or email, which is anewspin@yahoo.com.
Perfect. And what about, so you have the email, you're on Facebook as well, too.
Facebook.com/anewspin.
Well, this is a great product for anyone who just is a huge fan of vinyl albums, and they are making a comeback. So I really recommend that you check these out. Tina, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
For more information on this Pride of Dakota featured member, or to find other feature podcast episodes, visit our website at prideofdakota.com or join the conversation at facebook.com/prideofdakota.